Hello, students. Welcome to Little Readers. Before we begin, let me ask you one question. Have you ever misunderstood a person at a first sight? Have you ever judged someone too quickly and later realized you were wrong? If yes, then today's novel talks exactly about this human mistake. Today, we are going to study one of the most famous novels in English literature. The name of the novel is Pride and Prejudice. It is written by Jane Austen and published in 1813. Students, please remember this clearly. Pride and Prejudice is not only a love story, it is a novel about human behavior, society, marriage, and moral growth. This novel is important for every exams, university exams, competitive exams, understanding even it is good to understand the society, relationship. So please listen carefully. Now students, Jane Austen begins the novel with a very famous line. I will read it slowly. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in a position of a good fortune must be in a want of a wife. At first reading, it sounds like a serious truth, but actually, students, this line is ironic. Jane Austen means society believes that rich men want wives, but in reality, families want a rich man as a husband for their daughters. This single line introduces theme of marriage, social pressure. So Jane Austen was a famous English novelist. She was born on 16 December 1775 in Steventon, Hampshire, England. Her father, George Austen, was a clergyman. Jane Austen received her education at home and developed a strong interest in reading and writing. She began writing in her teenage years. Her novels mainly described the life of English middle class. She focused on love, marriage, social class, morality, and human behavior. Her writing style is simple, realistic, and full of gentle irony and satire. Jane Austen never married. She lived a quiet life and published her novels anonymously. During her lifetime, though she was not very famous while she was alive, her works gained great popularity after her death. Jane Austen died on 18 July 1817 at the age of 41. Her major works, Sense and Sensibility, was published in 1811, Pride and Prejudice 1813, Mansfield Park 1814, Emma published in 1815, Northanger Abbey 1817. It was published posthumously after her death. Persuasion, it was also published after her death in 1817. Major characters of the novel Pride and Prejudice. First one, Elizabeth Bennet. She is the heroine of the novel. She is intelligent, lively, and honest. She dislikes pride and judges people quickly. She learns to overcome her prejudice and later marries Mr. Darcy. Second one, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy. Fitzwilliam Darcy is rich, intelligent, and a good gentleman. At first, he is proud and reserved. He later becomes humble and kind. He truly loves Elizabeth and marries her in the end. Jane Bennet. She is the eldest Bennet sister. She is beautiful, gentle, and kind hearted. She always sees good in others. She marries Mr. Bingley at the end of the story. Fourth one, Mr. Charles Bingley. He is a rich, friendly, and polite. He easily mixes with society. He loves Jane Bennet and marries her happily. Mrs. Bennet, she is the mother of the Bennet sisters. She is foolish and talkative. Her only aim in life is to get her daughters married to a rich man. Sixth one, Mr. Bennet. He is the father of the Bennet girls. He is intelligent and sarcastic. He often laughs at his wife's foolish behavior. And again, the Bennet sisters. Mary Bennet. She is serious and loves books and moral lessons. She lacks social skills and is not very attractive. Kitty Bennet. She is a weak minded and easily influenced by Lydia. She improves later in the story. Lydia Bennet. She is the youngest sister. She is careless, childish, and irresponsible. She runs away with a Wickham and causes trouble for the family. And other important characters uh, like Mr. George Wickham. He is handsome and charming but dishonest. He lies about Mr. Darcy and runs away with Lydia for money at last. Mr. Collins is a foolish clergyman and the cousin of Bennet family. He will inherit their property. He marries Charlotte Lucas. And Charlotte Lucas, she is Elizabeth's sensible friend. She marries Mr. Collins for security, not for love. And again, Lady Catherine is there, Miss Andy Bohr is there, and some minor characters such like Georgia. Uh, she is a Darcy's shy and young sister, and Colonel uh, Fitzwilliam is a Darcy's cousin, and Mr. Gardiner, she is Mrs. Bennet's sensible sister, and Mr. Gardiner is there, and he is Elizabeth's uncle. So many characters are there. So now let's see the summary and story of the Pride and Prejudice. I will start it from the beginning. Pride and Prejudice is a famous novel written by Jane Austen, as we all know. The story deals with love marriage, pride, and wrong judgment in English society during the early 19th century. The story is set in a village called Longbourn. Mr. and Mrs. Bennet live there with their 5 daughters: Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty, and Lydia. Mrs. Bennet is a very anxious to see her daughters married well because their family's property will pass to a male relative after Mr. Bennet's death. A wealthy and polite young man named, as we know, he is Mr. Bennet. So they are worried about that after the death of Mr. Bennet, their property may pass to their relatives. Mr. Charles Bingley, there is one more character who falls in love with a Jane. He rents a nearby house called Netherfield. He soon becomes friendly with the Bennet family. At a public dance, Mr. Bingley shows a great interest in Jane Bennet, the eldest daughter, who is gentle and beautiful. Their attraction is clear and sincere. Mr. Bingley is accompanied by his close friend Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, who is rich, proud, and reserved. At the dance, Mr. Darcy refuses to dance with Elizabeth Bennet and speaks rudely about her. Elizabeth, who is intelligent and lively, feels insulted and develops a strong dislike for Mr. Darcy. She believes that Mr. Darcy is a proud and arrogant. As the story continues, Mr. Darcy slowly begins to admire Elizabeth's wit and honesty. However, many misunderstandings arise. Elizabeth hears Paul's stories about Darcy, from Mr. Wickham, who is a dishonest and liar. He look charming. He's an officer who claims, who tells Elizabeth that Darcy treated him unfairly. Elizabeth believes Wickham and becomes more prejudiced against Darcy. Mr. Darcy interferes in Jane and Bingley's relationship because he thinks the Bennet family is socially unsuitable. He later regrets this action. Darcy unexpectedly proposes marriage to Elizabeth, but he does not in a proud manner and criticizes her family. Elizabeth angrily refuses his first proposal and accuses him of being selfish and cruel. After the rejection, Mr. Darcy writes a long letter to Elizabeth. In the letter, he explains the truth about Wickham's bad character and his own reason for separating Jane and Bingley. Elizabeth realizes that she was wrong to judge Darcy without knowing the full truth. She understands her own prejudice and begins to respect Darcy. A major problem occurs when Lydia Bennet, the youngest sister, runs away with Mr. Wickham. This scandal threatens so many people insulted. So, the reputation of the whole family will go. It has gone. And then Mr. Darcy secretly helps Lydia and forces Wickham to marry her. The, the family which was under disgrace, Darcy, who gave their respect back even to telling Mr. Wickham, and and he helped the both to get marriage. Later, Mr. Bingley returns and proposes marriage to Jane, and Jane happily accepts his proposal. Mr. Darcy, now changed and humble, proposes again to Elizabeth. Elizabeth accepts his proposal with love and understanding. In the end, Jane marries Bingley and Elizabeth marries Darcy. The novel shows that pride and prejudice can destroy relationships, but self awareness, honesty, and mutual respect lead to the happiness. And this is all about the brief summary of the novel. Now, the theme of pride and prejudice. The first one is pride. Pride makes people think too highly of themselves. Mr. Darcy's pride makes him rude and at first, and it really his pride disgraced the people, and he really behaved very arrogantly. And the next word, prejudice. Prejudice means judging someone without knowing the truth. Elizabeth dislikes Darcy because of her wrong ideas. And the next point, love and marriage. The novel shows that marriage should be based on love, not only money or social position. Social class. Society is divided into rich and poor on that time. The class differences create problems in relationships. Self improvement. People can change when they accept their mistakes. Darcy and Elizabeth both changed. Women and marriage. Women depended on marriage for safety and respect. This is shown through the Bennet sisters. Family and society we can see in this novel. One person's actions can affect the whole family. Lydia's behavior brings trouble to her family. And now, the critical analysis. Pride and Prejudice is about everyday life and people. Jane Austen shows society's faults in a gentle and humorous way. The characters are realistic and easy to understand. The novel teaches moral lessons about behavior and judgment. Love grows when people understand and respect each other. The happy ending gives hope and satisfaction to the reader. So, dear students, Now I'm going to end this. Before we end, remember one thing. Jane Austen teaches us, do not judge quickly, do not be proud, try to understand others. That is why Pride and Prejudice is not just a novel, it is a life lesson. So, friends, so students, I think you have understood it. So, thank you very much. Again, I will meet you with one more video. Thank you.